keeper of echoes of stories, through time and realities.
Travelers. There are wanderers of the roads and wanderers of the stars, but only a rare, reckless breed dares ride what the ancients call the Luminous Rails. Threads of quantum fire that stitch one universe to the next. Tonight, I speak of one such wanderer. A girl too young to be old, and too old to be young, and grizzled in ways children should never be. They call her lovely, though life has done her few kindnesses. Orphan of the metro slums, veteran rail hopper of realities, street smart, heart bruised, dusty as an unmarked grave, and sharp as broken glass. And this is the tale of the night she missed her step and fell sideways into a world she was never meant to touch. The luminous rails don't run through cities. They slice through the air like lightning frozen mid-strike. Lovely rode them the way the ancient hobos rode boxcars, holding her breath, timing the jump, and praying the world didn't blink before she landed. On that night, the sky was wrong. Purple when it should have been black. The rails buzzed with the warning hum of an irradiated quantum flash. Bright enough to turn bone into vapor. So she sprints, coat flapping, boots scraping metal. The boxcar door, a shimmering rectangle, appearing in midair. But this one was closing. Lovely threw herself forward, catching the handle by one finger and swinging her legs inside just as the flash ripped across the horizon. Heat seared inches above her boot. One heartbeat slower, and she'd have been dust on the cosmic wind. But she knew something was wrong as the rail shuddered and the boxcar jerked. Lovely felt gravity twist sideways, and then she was airborne, tumbling into a tear between worlds. She hit ground hard, rolled through metallic grass, and opened her eyes to see beards. Lots of beards. Each topped by welding goggles, glowing monocles, and the barrel of a laser carbine. Surface walker, one dwarf growled. Another poked her with a boot and a plasma bayonet. Tall folk don't just fall from the sky. Lovely pushed herself up, spit blood, and with a crooked grin she stated, "I ain't tall. I'm just the wrong kind of short." The dwarves liked that. And so Lovely found herself among the mech-forged dwarves of the Iron Root dimension. Masters of gears, plasma, and questionable morality. Their underground city is a labyrinth of glowing runes, steam pipes, rotating gyroscopic chambers, and glittering crystal reactors. But the dwarves are not at peace. They spoke of the Countess Chrome, a being of silver skin and mirrored eyes. She controlled a vast army of autonomous soldiers. She wanted the dwarves' reactor cores, the beating heart of their dimension. She wanted Lovely too, because only someone born outside of their world could interact with the ancient gateway machine she sought. Lovely didn't want to help. Lovely just wanted back on the rails. But the dwarven children tugged at her heartstrings. Suit-streaked, brave, and holding makeshift laser slingshots. She sighed. "All right," she muttered. "Let's go ruin an aristocrat's evening." The final stand took place in the Shattered Hall, a cathedral carved from meteor iron. In the pitch of it all, dwarves were firing plasma turrets. Lovely was swinging from chain pulleys, and the Countess was gliding through lasers like a phantom. Lovely faced her directly. "You don't belong here," the Countess whispered. "A drifter, a beggar of universes, clinging to rails that don't want you." Lovely spat at her feet. "Maybe, but your kind always gets what's coming." With the dwarf engineers guiding her, Lovely rerouted the Countess's own dimensional energy, reflecting it through her polished mirror sleeves. And the Countess collapsed like melted chrome. For her courage, the dwarves gifted Lovely a device. A quantum rail compass, a whirring gyroscopic orb that faintly glowed whenever a dimensional train approached. She hung it on a bit of old chain around her neck. The dwarves activated that ancient gateway machine and opened a swirling portal, shaped like a great metal wheel. "Where will it take me?" she asked. The dwarf captain shrugged. "Wherever the rails think you need to go, same as always." Lovely snorted. "Story of my damned life." They saluted her, even the children. Then Lovely stepped into the portal. Wind hit her face. Metal hummed under her boots. She's back. Back on the luminous rails, watching realities stream past like neon rivers. She checked the compass. It spins, clicks, and points forward. "What now?" she whispers into the empty quantum sky. The rails answer with a soft pulse under her feet. Lovely grinned. "Yeah, I figured," she said. "Keep moving." Some souls wander because they're lost. Lovely wanders because the universe keeps asking her to. She rides the luminous rails still, slipping through dimensions the way wind slips through weeds. And somewhere, in some boxcar made of starlight and old ghosts, a grizzled young hobo girl smiles in the dark, ready for whatever comes next. Remember this, travelers. Sometimes the ones with the least give the most. And sometimes the smallest spark burns brightest in the dark between worlds.